Alright guys, Dokkan time, and pretty bloody soon, we are going to be getting the Super EZA for this physical Kid BUU. So, if you're new to understanding what a Super EZA is, it's basically an extra mode on top of the current EZA of that said unit. So, in this case of this unit, once the Super EZA goes live, you'll be able to have a little button like right down here, right below the enemy level number, and you'll be able to switch it to super level. At that point, you will have the same advantages, except with one clear difference. The difference being that the category and typing advantages will be only advantages if that unit is EZA'd already. So, let's look at the battle info. Pure Saiyans is going to be the boosted category. So that means what you want to look for is you want to look at Extreme Z Awakened Pure Saiyans. That's what your primary units are going to be for this Super EZA upcoming for physical Kid BUU. Now the types unaffected by that are AGL and STR of super types, are unaffected by damage reduction skills. So primarily, you know, you're going to want to look for a super STR type. I mean, Kid BUU is going to be a physical extreme type enemy, so it's only right that you find STR super pure Saiyans. So let's go ahead and try and make a team real quick for this. Wow, it's been hot. It's been a hot minute since I actually did this. The physical Kid BUU EZA was a long time ago, so me looking at all of these units on one single team is just wild to me. But anyways, let's go ahead and make a team here. Let's make a team. So, as I said, you're going to want to mostly aim for Pure Saiyans, and you're going to want to look for STR and Super class types. Now, it doesn't mean you can't use Extreme class. Extreme class will do fine, but you just got to remember, if it's not EZA'd, it's not going to do as much damage, and it's definitely not going to tank as well either. So, you know, units like this, the big boys right here, you know, GT Bomb Duo, they're a fantastic unit. They'll still probably do well in the event, but they won't do as much damage as you would think they would. Now, I will say this, JP players are laughing their butts off right now. They're just like, ah ha 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 ha, we got global players beat. And I'm just like, good for you, man. Good for you. Have fun with your Omen Ultra Instinct sign, Goku. I'm happy for you. But, you know, for all of us global players out here, we do have a very easy option, if you have the unit, of course. Super Vegeta. Super Vegeta is going to beat the tar out of this event. It's just going to beat the tar out of it. It's not even going to be funny. It's really not going to be funny. It's going to be hilarious. So there is that to keep in mind. Like I said, you have to be Extreme Z Awakened already. So, I mean, even this old Super Saiyan 4 Goku that's been Extreme Z Awakened will potentially do more damage than some of the other units in here. It's entirely possible. It just really depends. Another option, obviously, you know, there's a lot of love for this unit. This is definitely a good option as for bringing along with you. This Kaioken Goku, man, he will probably beat the living snot out of Kid BUU. Probably. So, now the question always remains, you know, like, is there a lot in here? No, there's not really a ton to work around with, I would say. Not a huge amount. But, you know, if you're willing to, like, you know, stretch it out a bit, you know, go to other Pure Saiyans, you have options like the AGL Blue Duo here. You know, as long as they're slot 1, I don't see an issue. I mean, they're a Pure Saiyan at least. As long as they're dodging in slot 1, you can utilize their leader skill. So that's something to keep in mind. You can definitely utilize them as a leader for the fight if by any, you know, if you have the worst luck and you just don't have any other units, maybe that's a good one that most players could have. Once again, JP players, yes, congrats. You have multitude of good options to fight this fight. Congrats. But once again, us global players are having a little rough. Now, if you did manage to get the Super EZA for the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, He's not going to do an absurdly good job because he's not type advantage, but because he is already EZA'd and he is a pure Saiyan, he can do some decent damage, especially with the way he's already built. I'd say he could be a decent addition to the team as far as an AGL type is going. Outside of that, though, I mean, you know, Master Ultra Instinct Goku for JP players. Anything outside of the typing, I feel like you need to bring for a defensive value, like the Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He can still be very useful here, once again. I mean, he's got like 90% damage reduction right off the get-go, so, I mean, he is at least a good tank, you know, if your options are wearing super thin, you know. But personally, I'm going to go for the STR types in total. You know, this Vegeta is probably another good leader choice. You could definitely rock this the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. He is EZA'd already. He's a pure Saiyan. He does. It's only a 130 lead, but you know, it ain't that bad. What does he have for like Vegeta family? Let's see here. You know, you could really rock. It really wouldn't be that bad. It really wouldn't be that bad. It could be, but as you can see, I have not EZA'd the worthlessness that was this unit. I'm actually probably gonna go EZA him before this event drops, because once he EZAs, he's not too terrible. You know, as long as you have another Realm of Gods ally attacking in the same turn, he could be pretty decent of a choice. This is one of those times where, you know, if you have a worthless EZA'd unit, you know, there's some sub-EZAs that are just straight up terrible. Like, straight up terrible. And I feel like this EZA that this Vegeta got back in the day, not back in the day, like a year and a half ago or two, this is one of the moments they can shine. This is one of very, very few moments where some sub-EZAs can definitely, you know, show their worth. And I feel like he could definitely show that in there. So, I mean, you could rock just Vegeta, and I don't know, maybe this Vegeta. As long as they're an EZA'd pure Saiyan, you could do some decent damage here. Now, by all means, you don't have to use this team. You could also just kind of rock around the Super Vegeta's team. He is a pure Saiyan leader, so he is actually the most ideal leader possible, as far as the whole list goes. I would say he's probably literally the best because he's auto-critting. He's got a decent chunk of defense. He does a huge amount of damage. You know, he's freshly EZA'd, so he's doing pretty well. He's doing pretty well for himself. So he's a very good option. These guys just EZA'd, thankfully, for global players. This could also be a fantastic option for you to bring into the fight. They could do a very good amount of damage. I don't think you'll ever get to a point. Let me see here. When can you? 77% or less starting for the 4th turn. Yeah, I don't think you'll ever see Super Vegito pop out. But he could still be useful as a unit in general, so I would say add him to the team. Once again, the Kaioken Blue Goku will do very big loads of damage. If you're a JP player, obviously use the Omen Goku. But for global players, if you do have Kaba, this is once again another thing where these type supporters are crazy. This Kaba is going to destroy this Kid Buu, man. He's a pure Saiyan. He's EZA'd. He's type supporting. I mean, he's going to be fantastic for the team. Let's see here. What other options do we have as far as EZAs go? So EZAs, this God Goku could see some. He could use some. He could see some love in here. He could see some love in here. You could pair this guy off with the EZA for that STR Blue Vegeta from Resurrection of F. You could definitely pair him with that. He is a Realm of Gods unit, so that would be a kind of a nice rotation. Probably do a decent chunk of damage. And for once again, JP players got an EZA for this Bardock and Gine, and oh my god, could they do some damage? Now, mind you, this unit's is centered towards like a Frieza, Wicked Bloodline type enemy, so it won't do crazy amounts, but he could still be very good for this fight if you're a JP player. Let's see here, going down the list. Once again, JP players, and if, you know, if you're a global player later on. I did make a how to build for him recently, and I did say this is one of the very few times where, you know, you could utilize him for a category specific you know, boosts, and he could probably be very good. I would say he could be very good. A very good option here, just because he's got the category boost. He's an EZA unit. He's got built-in crit. So he could potentially do something. He wouldn't be my first pick, obviously, but it is an option, you know? It is an option. But, you know, I'll probably just throw in, like, this Goku right here. He's one of the other EZA units. You also could potentially just rock this Vegeta. You could rock this Vegeta and the God Goku. You could rock this Vegeta and the Resurrection of F, STR Blue Vegeta, and they probably pair up pretty nicely. But yeah, I mean, you could try quite a few different combinations, but I think this is going to be the primary team that I bring into the fight personally. Like, this is what I'm going to use when the Super EZA hits. Now, as far as, like, a difficulty ranging, like, I would say a Super EZA is going to be around maybe, like, the level 100 range, I want to say. That's probably where the range of power is really going to kick in. I'm really trying to, like, scale it, because the damage could be very much all over the place. How much damage does that do? Nothing, yeah. I think as long as you have a solid, like, team of just all EZA'd STR Pure Saiyans, I don't think you should have an issue whatsoever, in all honesty. I really don't. I think it'll be a breeze. So if you have the proper leaders, you know, this could be so stupidly, insanely easy. I don't even think people will blink and get it done. I think people will blink and get it done. The real, honestly, the real question is, what will the mission be? Because usually these fights have special missions when you're going into them. If we actually go take a look at the Goku one, where is the Goku one? Go down the... No, I did not mean to click on you. The loading is so abysmal on Android, you don't even understand. Unfortunately, we don't have Tech Go Tank, so I can't use him for a reference. Where is the bloody AGL Goku? You would think the Super EZA for AGL Goku would be, like, all the way up top, but I don't think it is. Oh my god, where am I? Where is the Super EZA for... You know what? There's a faster way to do this. There's a faster way to do this. If you ever need to know where to get, like, the EZA medals, just go over to the unit if you have it, and just immediately click on the medal. You can go over to it right away. So let's go take a look and see what mission we had for the Super. As you can see, this is how it would pop up for Kid Buu as well. You just click on the bottom one, it'll transform into the Super fight. So as far as this went, this one was just win it one time, you get some medals. This fight was with at least 3 sworn enemies. So we don't know what we could see. It's entirely possible it's going to say with 3 Majin Buu Saga categoried units on the team. I don't know. It could be sworn enemy, not sworn enemies. It could be, what could be Potara potentially? Could it be Realm of Gods because of the Kais? I'm not sure what the special condition mission will be for Kid Buu. And it could definitely also have a time frame one, which I don't think will be an issue if you have a decked out team. Mind you, all of these missions are all just extra. You don't have to do them. You can just keep going through the enemy super level. Mind you, it does cost 25 stamina. It does cost 25. Yeah, it costs 25 stamina, so just beware that it will cost you 25 stamina every time you want to do this. Costs a lot. But you can definitely get through it. It is something you can easily do. So, but yeah. It is, it's not going to be a hard fight. I don't think it's going to be too hard of a fight in all given honesty. I think it'll be pretty easy. You know, STR type Pure Saiyans, it's a pretty good category. I think even if you didn't have EZA, a lot of EZAs, you can probably, like, you can powerhouse your way through. I think you could powerhouse your way through. So. But, you know, the team I'm going to be using for the Super EZA is definitely going to be probably this team, personally. But what I want to know is, what team are you going to make to fight Kid Boo's Super EZA? His category weakness will be pure Saiyans that are already EZA'd. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Good luck on the Super EZA, and have a good day and a good night.